my YouTube channel. It's a girl A. To see more videos, please check up and click. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Today I'm going to be talking about Euphoria. We all know the meaning of Euphoria, feeling of excitement, rush, adrenaline, and everything. We have our star cast as Zendaya from Spider-Man Far Away From Home and Dune and Michael Mamere. We have Elliot Jacobs as Nate Jacobs from Kissing Booth and Two Hearts. We have Algie Smith as Chris McKay from Let It Shine, The Hate You Give, Judas and the Black Messiah. And we have Sydney Sweeney as Cassie from Night It. This series is a teen drama. It's created and written by Sam Levinson and it's based on Euphoria by Ron Lisham and Daphne Levin. Created by Zendaya, has 2 seasons, 15 episodes. It's been on since 2020. Sam Levinson as the executive producer, Kevin Torn and Drake and Future for I think they started producing the movie from season 2. I mean Drake and Future. And this movie lasts for 45 to 65 minutes. It's an HBO original series. Release date, it was released in June 16th, 2019 till present. This story is based on a group of high school students through their experience of identity, trauma, drugs, friendships, love, and sex. The show has received positive criticisms and the performance and the score. And the cast, especially Zendaya, and the approach to the subject matter through considered controversies for its nudity and the sexual content, which critics found excessive. But this series received a lot of nominations. Firstly, they really tried. Honestly, like forget all the explicit scenes and all that. They are trying to really relate what is happening with sins in the world right now. And to be honest, I watched most of their no, okay, not behind the scenes, like most of the things they went through. I was watching it on YouTube. Most of the things they went through during the shooting of the videos, and God, it's a lot because you could see them trying to bring in the real deal, like exactly what is happening in the movie. You know, most times an actor just not an actor till they actually describe what is happening to them. Like when they do it, it feels like it's really, really happening to them, and that is how the cast for this series, how they did it. I was watching, I think season 2, episode 5 or episode 6, when Rue Bennett, in person of Zendaya, was when she didn't find the drugs that she wanted and she was catching everywhere, cussing, shouting at her sister, almost shouting at her mom, and I'm like, God, like how, like she brought out the character exactly. I could see the way everything was, like her dressing, her hair, everything. And they were trying to portray exactly what youths go through. I mean, teens go through in their daily lives and how they try to manage everything. When they started season 1, they were giving us every cast, but there are different stories from every episode. From season 1, season 1 was Rue's part. Season 2 was Nate's part. Season 3, episode 3, Cassie, like that, like that. So this season 2 was basically everything that has been happening. And like I said, Zendaya narrated the movie and she was exactly telling us what has been happening from the very beginning. Euphoria teaches a lot. I mean, things you should do and things you shouldn't do as a person or a teen, things you shouldn't even indulge in or involve yourself. And also telling parents to always look out for their children because you really don't know what is happening. I mean, Rue, for her, she said she started taking drugs when her dad was sick and like everything was there, the pain relief and everything. And that's when she started taking the drugs. And after the dad died, she just couldn't bear the loss. And that's how she started taking the drugs and it became out of hand. But what actually pained me was the fact that her mom was still suffering for what had happened, for a lot she was trying to forget, or for a lot she was trying to like bear so long. And then seeing the daughter going out of the consent, like out of what she should be doing, and she was hurting the mom, and not just the mom, she was hurting her younger sister. And it was so painful. Like Nate's mom would say that the relationship he had with Maddie was so toxic. Seeing Kat as well, how, oh God, like no, this movie is really good. and seeing how the cast brought out the character. And Sam Livingston really tried. I mean, he created the series, he thought out everything that was happening. This movie should not be seen by any teen who hasn't gotten to 18. It should be 18 and above. From 17, they should they should go and rest, because it has a lot of explicit scenes. We should equally try to learn some things from it, not just looking at the negative side of the movie. You have to really learn when you watch this series. I would give them an 8 over 10 or 8.5 over 10, because they did something with everything. Because once I start talking a lot, and then I just basically tell you everything about the movie. But you need to see it. You need to see how real everything was. You need to see how cool the characters were. Like, I was having a discussion with my friend about Euphoria, and he's like none of the characters in the movie, none of them are good. Like, they try to maybe act like they are good, or try to make it seem like, okay, something different about us, but he said none of them are good. They all had this bad character in each of them, but they still try to portray like, okay, they are good and all. And then most of them make Cassie look like a mad person, make Rose seem like she's a drug addict, and make Maddie seem like she's in a very toxic relationship with Nate. But I think he's right. Okay, so guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and watch Euphoria. Thank you so much. I love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses.